the main function of HACT is organising and planning Carnival. We're a group of volunteers of various ages, backgrounds, and our purpose is to promote the culture and advance the culture of carnival arts and our African Caribbean culture.
Carnival, well, Carnival's been going on for many years. Our Carnival back, it was some end of slavery really. It was a form of celebration, the release from slavery. Have been brought through to the West Indies, to our parents before us, and they brought the culture to England. In Huddersfield it's been going since the 60s, I think. We want to continue the tradition now at our age now. Our parents set the pace for us. We liked what we saw. It's important to black people in Huddersfield and also nationally. We want to do our bit for the community.
Also, for my part, to advance on that, the African Caribbean culture, the Carnival, has been running for many years in Huddersfield. It is important that the next generation is educated about the richness of the culture, particularly from the Caribbean, in arts, in colour, because it's all artistic, from the music to the costumes, the design, the colour, you know, and it's a talent. It's a talent what takes time and nurturing from very young. These days now we're seeing a lot of the mass bands. The leaders of the mass bands, the mass band leaders, are coming from rising from the ages of the early 20s, and they're making and designing their own costumes. And that's one of the rare entities that Huddersfield Carnival have. There's not a lot of other carnivals up and down the country that breeds a raw talent from young people who's taking on their own mass bands, leading their own mass bands, and designing the costumes as well, and creating and making them.
What's happened is Kirklees, across Kirklees, there's the funding for lots of events, not just Carnival, but they cut the funding for Carnival. So today we're trying to raise funds, put things in place. We've got a pot of money for next year. So when we go to Kirklees next year, they can't say we can't stage it. If we've got money in the pot, they can say, well, here you go, take Carnival. Also, this is the first fundraising event for Carnival. We've got a big one next week. It's a fun run. It's a 3 mile and a 6 mile fun run taking place at Leeds Road Playing Fields, and people can go online and book a sponsor form. Look for me, David Sire or Mel Moore on Facebook, and download your own sponsor form. A £2 entry fee. Turn up at the playing field next Saturday morning, do a run or walk, whatever your ability is. Having food on the day by How Harrison's Caribbean Takeaway. We've got music on the day as well, and it should be a nice cultural mini event for us.
It's important because throughout my whole life it's something I've been brought up in. It's part of my culture, part of our identity, even part of Huddersfield's identity, because for as long as time's been going on, Carnival's been there to bring all the communities together.
I think it's an output or a display of Caribbean culture in Huddersfield. We have a good Caribbean demographic here, and I think it's the best form of representing our culture here in Huddersfield.
It makes us happy, makes everyone happy as well. We just want to put a smile on everyone's face.
It's just something in our culture that we enjoy to do, and we only get it once a year, so. And I think for us it's a time where you get to see all your family and friends and people that you haven't seen for ages, so it just brings everyone together.
Please, get your money together, help us keep Carnival alive. We don't want it to die. We don't want it to die through the elders. We want the younger ones to help us keep carrying it on, because it's all good us putting it out there, but we need people to come on board with us as well and give us the support that we need to keep it going.
Absolutely, and hopefully we'll be with you in 2017 alongside the other carnivals across the world, because Carnival's global and international and local as well, so we hope that we can be there and represent our town and put it on the map.
So I'd like to send that without the public or troop members and mass band, that Carnival can't go on without you, so we all need to come together and start raising funds and start supporting each other so that it can go on for years to come.